Hello guys, welcome to a new video here on YouTube. If you are new to my YouTube channel, then please consider to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that bell icon so that you don't miss a new video coming to the channel pretty soon. And welcome back to those viewers who are already subscribed to my YouTube channel. In today's episode of my Renault Kwid, we are going to take the Renault Kwid to Renault Paarl, where the people at Renault Paarl will be servicing my 8-year-old Renault Kwid. Since it serviced last year, around last year, it has done just over 10,300 and something kilometers on the clock. So let me show you the current mileage that is on the Renault Kwid right now. Let's go. Right, as you guys can see there, we have done just over 65,300 kilometers on the clock. And the last service that the Renault Kwid was done was around 54,968 kilometers on the clock. So you can say I've driven just over 10,000 and some kilometers on the clock. And excuse for the low fuel gauge right there. I will be filling up the Renault Kwid in this video after its service. And I know there is some of you guys that are wondering, why don't I do the service myself? Where I'm staying, the ground is not level at all, and to work on a car I need to have some jack stands. I need to have some tools in order to do the service myself, and also having some jack stands will increase the danger of you working under the car, and the car could potentially fall on top of you. So definitely one day we will be able to do the services ourselves once I get sorted in my personal life. So now let us take the Renault Kwid to Renault Paarl, where they will be servicing the Renault Kwid there. Let's go. And by the way, today is the 21st of July 2025 on a Monday. So the Kwid will go in tomorrow on the 22nd of July, which it is on a Tuesday. So when you're watching this video, the Renault Kwid will already be serviced by Renault Paarl. So let me stop talking and let me give you some cinematics while we are at Renault Paarl. Let's go. Before you even take the car for a service at your nearest dealership, you must take out your personal belongings, like that garbage bin that you see there, my sunglasses, that whole crap in the glove box, but leave that red book and leave that yellow book in there, which I showed you guys that it looks like a dog's dinner. You must take everything in that glove box out. And some on the center console thingy, which is not really a center console. All the door bins in there must be cleaned out. And let me show you on the outside. Well, when I say outside, I mean in the boot. And you need to clean everything out that is in the boot before you take even the car for a service. Because I've seen on the social media platforms that people likes to moan about their stuff being stolen from the cars. But I will say it will be your own fault if you don't do that. It will be your own fault for not cleaning out your car when your car needs a service. So please guys, if you are taking your car to a service, then please clean out all your belongings out of your car. You don't want the technicians to find some weird things inside of your car. So anyway, let me give you some cinematics of the Renault Kwid. Let's go. And a side note, the Renault Kwid is currently dirty due to all the weather we recently have in the Western Cape. One thing I would like to comment on is, I have to say, the condition of people's cars. Some people's cars needs to be rebuilt from scratch. I just parked here at the mall, and saw a doppelganger. If you don't know what is a doppelganger, then I will put it there in the video. I just saw a doppelganger of the Renault Kwid with the same Lexus A-line wheels of 14-inch, but the overall body condition, no, it is too smashful for my liking. And yeah, so yeah, guys, you must be able to take a better care of your cars. Your cars must not look like a dog stunner. But let me stop talking and take the Renault Kwid for a service. Let's go. And a side note, I have to say thank you very much for that Jaco J7 SHS video. I didn't expect that video to do that well, considering I have less than 200 subscribers on YouTube. So I appreciate for bombing that video up. And don't worry, we will be people driving fast for no reason. But anyway, I will be bringing you some hot content later in this year, especially to the Jaco J5 that will be launching pretty soon. So please consider to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So yeah, let me shut up and take the Renault Kwid to Renault Paarl. Let's go.
2 million years later.
Morning, people. We have just arrived at Renault Paarl for its 8th year service, and luckily I am first in line to go in. Let me show you some stock that Renault Paarl has currently have here. And I decided not to give you some cinematics because it is freezing as hell out here. Right, as you guys can see there, that is a Kwid waiting for its delivery. The Renault Triber, which a facelifted model will come out tomorrow, and we shall see how that car looks. And on my left side, we have the new generation Duster, which you can check in the description box below to see a full video of the all new Renault Duster. But anyway, so if you want a new Renault car, doesn't matter whether it is a Kwid, a Triber, a Duster or whatever, I will put their numbers in the description box below. And also if you want some second-hand cars, like as you see there, from Suzuki, I will also put their numbers in the description box below. And they also have some second-hand cars which you can check it out here in Renault Paarl. But anyway, let us go in and let's check the car out, and I will see you guys later on. While we are waiting for the Kwid to be finished with its servicing, let us now have a discussion or a debate regarding to the cold start of a car when you are starting your car up in the morning, especially now in the winter. I recently saw a video from Change Cars where they were debating on the cold starting of your car. And lots of people mentioned in the comments below that you must do a cold start with your car, especially now in winter time, where the car will take a little bit longer to warm up your car due to it is cold and all those stuff, and especially to the oil that is sitting on the bottom part of the engine, where it will take some time to come up and to lubricate some parts of your engine. But other people said that you mustn't do a cold start because a car is ready to drive as is. While I would love to argue with you on that, but unfortunately some cars you need to do a cold start with a car. Otherwise the car would not be driving at all. Like I did one day where I was not cold starting with the Renault Kwid, and I drove it as is. And I could feel that the car doesn't have all its performance on tap. So you need to do a cold start. At least a maximum time of 1 minute to cold start the car. Or I would suggest to wait for your car to let its revs drop. That is how you know that the car is ready to drive. So I would prefer to do your cold start, especially in winter time like now, and wait for the revs to drop. Then you can go at a slow pace with the car. So yeah, I just received a message from Renault Paarl to say how much the service is costing, and also I want to chat to you about what has been changed with the Renault Kwid. But yeah, let me go and fetch the Renault Kwid, then we can discuss more in detail. Let's go.
2 hours later.
I have to say it is a lovely day today. After all those rainy season we had over the last few weeks. Now we have some sun and it's quite hot today. So let us appreciate the blue sky that you see here in front. And I got my car back finally. Now we can talk to you about the services cost and also a thing that had to be placed while they were servicing my car. Let me show you quickly. Right, as you can see here, these were the things that were done on the Renault Kwid. And I also got a discount, a small discount by each of the parts that were done on the Kwid. Like, like the bulb alternator, the compressor, the filter oil, some seal, air filter, what is this, some oil I think, brake cleaner, spark plugs. Luckily there are 3 spark plugs, which that is not a lot, but I know some of you guys will say, yo, that's expensive there. Some filter pass, coolant, engine cleaner, and I want to come to this part. Yeah, the water pump. The Kwid's water pump are finished, so I had to change the water pump as well. Otherwise, I will have some problems when it comes to the cooling of the engine down, and I don't want to drive with a car that has some overheating issues, so I had to change that as well. Luckily, it is not that expensive, but again, I know you can get that at the aftermarket department for way less than that. And also, as you can see here, what the Kwid needs currently, the work that has been carried out, the 120,000 kilometer service or 8 years. My battery health is 89%, which is weird considering I just replaced the battery. Where are we now? July. I replaced the battery over 5 months ago. Shock test. I must do the shock test. I must do the aircon service, but luckily that is not expensive. My right hand side indicator lens is damaged, which I said in my last video when we watched the Kwid that I did ask on how much the indicator's lens will cost on both sides. As you can see, the next one is a boot shocks, which are worn. Ignition is loose, replace bolt. As you can see, where the key is, I need to replace a bolt in that ignition. Wiper lace curtaining must be done. I must do the brake fluid, which I know some of you guys will say that is unnecessary. My front brake pads are finished and I can still drive up to 2,000 kilometers with the current pads that are in the Kwid, which I told you in my, what is that part 2 of the how to buy a used car in South Africa, that I need to replace my brakes. And the next one is my control arm bushes are torn, so I need to change the control arms at the front. That is why the Kwid is making that shaky move when you are driving around 80 kilometers an hour. And those are the prices for the stuff that has been done with some discount, which I know it is not a lot, but every little thing helps. And as we go to the next page, and as you can see, some consumables, right? Those are the prices with the water pump included. And I know some of you guys will complain about that. Wat? Het jy daai geld betaal om 'n kaart te service? Is jy bedonderd? Ek kan mos vir jou my chomie se nommer gee. Ek kan mos daai werk vir cheaper doen. Jy is mal, brother. Jy is bitter mal. Jy gaan nie weer kom so baie betaal vir 'n kaart se service nie. Volgende keer gaan ek my bra se nommer gee wat met sulke karre kan werk. Nee man. But anyway, let's move on. And as you can see here, these are the work that are requested. Some bike pads that must be changed. And the price right there, but I can do a lot less than that price, you know, by Super Quick or wherever. And those are the prices for the lower control arms, as you can see, which I know some of you guys will say, yo, why so expensive for some control arms? I can get those for less than 2,000 rand a piece, yo. But I'm that type of guy that loves to do the right way. And those are the prices, including some labor in that price. And again, I know a lot of you guys will say, but why don't I do these things for myself? Like I said earlier, where I live, the ground is not level at all. So I have to do the services at Renault Paarl in order not to injure me, and they have better equipment which I don't have at all. Let me show you some service book, which it looks like a dog standard. As you can see here, this is the service that has been done today. The oil service plus oil filter, the air filter, some pollen filter, coolant is added, the accessories bar belt, and some plugs were changed, and the oil that they use once again, and the mileage which the Kwid was in this morning at 65,320 kilometers on the clock. Some stamp right there. And the next mileage or the date that you see here. The mileage that the Kwid must go in is around 80,320 kilometers on the clock. That will be its 9th service for the Kwid. And as you can see, the Kwid has now got a full service history. So if I decide to sell the car, then all the records will be there on the service book, and also some work that has been done over the years. So yeah, I am quite happy with the way the service that has been carried out. So let us do a part of the video where I will be discussing its future plans with the Renault Kwid, and also a small announcement that I will be making towards the end of the video. And while I told you guys the Kwid was dirty, luckily they cleaned out the Kwid for me so that I don't go home with a dirty car. That is what I like mostly of servicing the car at Renault Paarl. As you can see, let me go to the outside. Everything is clean. Excuse for that water bottle. I just bought some water because I'm very thirsty. And as you can see here, it has been polished up quite nicely on the wheels and on the wheel cladding arches, whatever you call it. As you can see there, the whole car looks still in a good condition, but again, in my part 2 video of the Renault Kwid ownership, there are some scratches and dents on the body, which when you are approaching towards the Kwid, then you will see there's some small dents and some scratches. But overall, I think the condition of my car, considering the way people drive these days in South Africa, especially here in the Cape or in Paarl in this case, I kept my Kwid in a good condition like this. But unfortunately, I will not sell this Renault Kwid of mine. Sorry, I will not sell this Renault Kwid at all. It will be joined by another car in the future, which I will tell you guys about later on in the video or in the year. I almost thought that was a M3 Touring, but it wasn't. The Aval A6 looks like a BMW M3 Touring, but it isn't. What the hell I am talking about, but anyway. So now let us do the future plans of this particular car of mine. Let's go.
The next day.
Now let us talk some future plans with the Renault Kwid. What are my future plans with the Renault Kwid, and where would I like to take this car to whatever. But it will not be a lot of stuff that will be changed on the car. So let me talk to you my plans with the Renault Kwid. As you guys can see, I've traded the sunny weather which we had a few days ago for some British or the Cape weather that we normally are experiencing this time of the year. So you do see some clouds there. The wind is a little bit on the blow side, and we are expecting some rain later today and towards tomorrow morning very early. But we are not here to talk about the weather. We are indeed talking about the future plans of the Renault Kwid. Let's start with around here. I want to change this radio thing that you see here for a touch screen, especially for looking some places that I don't know about and I don't drive that often. I will put in a touchscreen in the future. And like I said in my part 2 video of the Renault Kwid ownership, I want to change the steering wheel because the steering wheel is looking not bad, but it is starting to wear out quite a bit. I don't know if you guys can see, there are some black spots around here, some black spots, and on the part of the steering wheel which I discovered a few weeks ago that this part is starting to wear out. So I need to either retrim the steering wheel or maybe get myself a later version of the steering wheel or the facelift model. So I will do some modifications regarding to the steering wheel. But anything else, yeah, I want to redo these front seats as well, because on both sides they are looking sorry for themselves on the bottom part, especially on the driver's side where it is quite flat now. So I need to redo these seats in the future, and as well as I think the back are fine, but mainly at the front part of the Renault Kwid. And also I need to clean the interior very thoroughly because the interior is on the dirty side. So yeah, especially with the seats that I am sat on right now, it is turning quite black at this part of the seat, that red part. So I need to clean out the interior one day, but that will be next year or whenever I get the chance. But other than that, the inside of the Kwid still looks pretty decent, in a decent condition. So let's go to the outside real quick. Right now, let us move outside, and I decided to park here because it is much better to show you guys all the stuff that will be changed in the future. So let's go. And I do apologize for the wind is blowing, so if you hear some wind buffeting, then the wind will be in the video. So, and like I said in one of my videos of part 1 of how to buy a used car, I need to buy myself a microphone to let you guys hear more very much clearly when I'm talking about some stuff. So let's go outside, and the sun has just come out. Right, so is it me, or does that tree looks like it will fall off anytime soon? So if you are that person who lives in that house, please make sure your tree is either cut off, or make sure that the tree is standing the right way up. Otherwise it will fall onto the end one. So I am just warning you about that. Anyway, let's come to the car. Ignore that tree for a second. Like I said in most of my videos, I need to do some headlight polishing right there, and on that side, and on this side as well. As you can see, I need to do the headlights pretty soon. Oh, hello. Look who's coming. An Audi R8 It sounds like a 4.2 liter V8 because I don't hear the 5.2 liter V10. But anyway, so I need to do those headlights pretty soon. And I was maybe thinking I would like to add some fog lights to the lower part of the car, because at night when I am driving I can't see anything on the road, especially where I normally drive at night. Not that I do drive every night, but still I can't see anything when I'm driving in darker roads. So maybe I will put some fog lights down below. And I was maybe thinking I would like to change the wheels for a different setup. So let me know in the comments down below whether I should keep these wheels or change the wheels entirely, because I am starting to get bored with these wheels. And also, like I said in my part 2 video of everything that is wrong with the Renault Kwid, I need to do the paint correction on the car by taking out the scratches and some dents, hopefully. Then the car will definitely look better than what it is now. So I will do a paint correction one day. And while we are on the topic on the side profile, I also need to redo these windows because they are quite faded. And back in 2017 I did put on some tinting for the windows in order to not only keep me cool but to keep me safe from all the bad things outside where I am driving. You know, we have a very high jack rate here in South Africa, especially here in Cape Town. So I need to return these windows in the future. And as for anything else, and let me come to the back part, I was maybe of thinking changing these rear lights to the facelifted model, because I think those lights does look a lot more nicer than these ones. But what I don't understand is when you're buying a facelifted Kwid Life right now, then you will definitely get these lights at the back. So I don't know why they do that. But if you want those lights today on a Renault Kwid, then you need to buy the Zen model or the Climber model of the Renault Kwid. But if you buy the Life model today, then you will get these lights, which I have seen on quite a number of Renault Kwid Lives driving on the road. And if you guys are wondering how much is that number plate that you see there, well, if you are living in the Western Cape and you want to personalize your car, then you can do it. Then it will cost you around 1,750 rand to do that personalized number plate. And what is also crappy is you need to register that personalized number plate, otherwise it will fall away within a year's time. So I am just giving you a heads up if you want to personalize your number plate for your car or whatever. So yeah. But overall, oh yeah, before I end this segment, I was thinking of putting the spoiler on there, like the one you get in the brochure. But I haven't made up my mind about that. But anything else, I will keep the Renault Kwid as stock as possible. I don't want to ruin the Kwid by lowering the car, which I have seen some videos and photos of a stance Renault Kwid, and to be honest, that doesn't look nice. Sorry to the guys that are driving the stance Kwid, but that doesn't look nice at all. And also I need to change these indicator covers that you see there, and on that side as well. I will be changing those parts of the indicator covers. But anything else, yeah, I will keep the Kwid as stock as possible. And that is where the announcement is coming in. So before we get to that, let me fill up the Renault Kwid with some petrol, because the Kwid's tank is now close to empty. There is only around 10 liters in this tank, and when you are driving on a reserve, which you shouldn't do, then it will burn out the fuel pump. So guys, I don't know why our young guys are driving without some petrol these days. but I guess that is their own business. If you can, please try keep your fuel tank as full as possible, otherwise you will have some problems with your fuel pump. So anyway, let us get in and drive to the petrol station, and then we can do the announcement that I want to make. Yep, that is the horrible truth. The Kwid tank is now close to 10 liters in those blocks. So yeah, I will be filling the Kwid up just now. But like I said, if you are driving on the reserve every day, please fill up your tank as soon as possible before you burn out your fuel tank. Otherwise, you will definitely have some problems. But let's go to the fuel station and fill the Kwid up with some petrol. Right now, let us reset the fuel trap by clicking that button at the back, like so. And then it goes to the 0 kilometer mark. Right, let's go. And as you can see there, R400 worth of petrol, and the car is basically full by now. So let us go and do a announcement that I want to make. So the announcement that I want to make is I want to buy myself a project car for the channel where we can do some stuff, fun stuff on that car, like building an engine, putting on some coilovers or whatever. So I will be buying a project car for the channel, so stay tuned for that in the future. And not only that, I want to take the project car onto the Kaale Raceway, where I will be drag racing, robot racing, and all those stuff. And not only that, again, I want to do some track days with the project car. I am binge watching another local YouTuber, which he takes his Mark II Golf GTI with a 2-liter 60 valve engine in it, and to do some track days with that car. And to be honest, that looks so fun to me, taking your project car to a racetrack like say Kaale Raceway. So I can't wait for you guys to share that video in the future. But let me get a project car, then we will definitely be working on that project car. So if you don't want to miss that video coming in the future, then hit that subscribe button and that bell icon so that you don't miss a new video come to the channel. Speaking of which, I will be filming a very nice video next week on Friday. So again, you don't want to miss that video by subscribing to my YouTube channel. You guys don't want to miss that video coming this August month. So yeah, let me end this video by a conclusion. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up, and if you are new to my YouTube channel, then and again, please consider to subscribe to my YouTube channel and smash that bell icon so that you don't miss a new video coming to the channel pretty soon. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Shop shop.